Hey everyone, I wanted to come on and just talk a little bit about the things that I've been sharing on my platforms, which is periods, period poverty, and everything in between. I just, have had a lot of conversations lately with a lot of women and now men as well on other platforms about understanding periods and what they are. So I wanted to come on here and asked a few questions, and if you have any questions, you can put it in the comment section, and I'll be able to respond to it. But I am looking to have some men and women talk about their experiences about periods because it is so different for both. And the reason why I'm opening the platform or the conversation to men is because on another platform, I had a lot of response about how men don't understand or what they learned about periods from their aunties, their grandmothers, their mothers, things like that, that um, now their significant others or their wives or girlfriends are dealing with because what they learned is not facts. And there's a lot of myths and misunderstandings that causes communication about this very real everyday topic, which is periods, to have between them. So I would love to have a chat with Shantla with women and men so that we could get some information on their experiences dealing with periods. But I do have a few questions, and I would love to just put them out there and see if what your responses are. So if you're watching this live, that's great. If you have any questions, let me know. And if you hit replay, put some of the responses in the comment section. But my first question is, what do you think about periods? Like when you think about that, what do you think about when you hear that? I know for me, it's you know uh, all about girls. It's that it's not so much of anything other than me talking about that and thinking when it happened, what did it feel like, different stuff like that. So it's that type of things that, I want to talk about and I want to know. Another question is what was or your first story about a period? And the reason why I'm saying that is because we all have different experiences or stories are different based on who talked to us about it or what we shared with somebody else. Another question for you guys to think about is when you think about a period, what do you connect that to? Like when you hear the word period or, things like that, what are you connecting that to? And again, that's going to be different for everybody. But these are just general questions that, I would have, and I would love to ask a group, a mixed group of men and women about this topic that so many people find challenging, go away from, they don't want to share. But we have to start sharing this conversation. We have to start making safe spaces for this conversation because it is so necessary. There are so many young girls that are dealing with getting their period at such a tender age and a tender age as young as 9 years old. I remember when I was in school, the average age was 12, and now it's happening a lot earlier. And there are a lot of girls out there that are getting their cycle as young as 9 years old. And, I just want to make it a safe space for them to have an understanding about puberty, what's going on in their reproductive system, because that's what the period is connected to. And that if they have any questions, that they can come and they can ask a trustworthy source and get a real response where they're not shamed, they don't feel embarrassed. They're not told to not talk about it. There's one thing about keeping something private because you're a private person and you don't want everyone in your business. And then there's another with keeping it completely hidden because there is embarrassment, shame, or misunderstanding connected to it. Where so many people, I heard growing up, like, I would overhear periods are dirty, periods are nasty, you don't want anybody to be around you when you get your period and things like that. And That's not true. A period is normal. It's a normal function of a healthy female body. And so I really do want to have this conversation. And if you are somebody who is willing to share your story or want to be part of the conversation to get a better understanding, please inbox me, personal message me, and let me know, because I definitely want to do a Chats with Shantla with a mixed group of people, with women and men, just to get an understanding. Because men, you need to be educated or re educated about what periods are, instead of just assuming that it's just mood swings or she's in a bad mood or whatever, because that is called PMS. And there is a lot of things that happen in our bodies as women when we're going through PMS and when our body's preparing for our menstrual cycle that comes between every 28 to 34 days. So, that is something that is going to happen regularly. And I just want to talk about a lot of things. And one of the things that I'm learning is that, you know, um, the body is not talked about as much as, it is when it used to be when I was in school. So, what are you learning in school about your period? What are you learning in school about puberty? Because I remember in health class, we talked about it. So, what are you, young people now, or teachers, what do you know young people are being taught about puberty in school? And the other thing is, for my female viewers, when we have this conversation, or even right now, is what do you feel like when you are in the store and you're buying menstrual products? Do you keep them hidden? Is there a level of embarrassment, privacy, or whatever? But more like embarrassment of like walking in the grocery store and, you might get caught up in a conversation, someone sees you and you start talking. Do you hide your menstrual products? I just want to know, because I know that I've never been one to hide it, because I'm like, this is normal. This is a part of my body. This is, something that happens. But there are a lot of people that do, and there's no right or wrong. It's your personal preference. But I would love to hear, what people feel about that, and how many men are going to the store for their wives or their wife, or their significant other, to get personal products, and how do they feel about that? But if you are someone who is interested in being a part of this conversation, please personal message me and let me know, because I would love to get a group of women and men to have this very real, safe conversation about periods, because we need to chat about it so that people are more comfortable about talking about it. And then also, can see on my platforms, on my page, on Instagram and Facebook, and if you have TikTok as well, that I am collecting donations for period poverty, to provide free menstrual products to girls and women who cannot afford their menstrual products. And you can cash at me at $ Shantla Israel. It's on the screen. If you are interested in helping, I do have an Amazon list that I'm trying to fulfill, and we're about halfway through, so that we can get another 50 boxes and bags sent out to girls and young women. And I would love for your support for this social cause that is really making a difference in so many people's lives. Making sure that you have menstrual products is an essential thing that needs to happen for girls and women every single month. So 12 times a year, and sometimes even more often than that. And if you want to be a part of something significant and that's impactful and will make you feel purposeful as well, please consider donating and supporting period poverty and getting free menstrual products out to girls and women. If you have any questions, personal message me. But definitely, if you want to be a part of a safe conversation where we chat about periods, it's open to women and men. Please personal message me on Facebook, Instagram, or TikTok, and I would love to invite you on the platform. So talk to you later. And if you have any questions, feel free to give me a comment. Bye.